Hi. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. We were going to do this Saturday, and then I did another live stream, and then I found out somebody else was streaming at 3 o'clock, and I joined their stream and heckled them. So instead of doing my 2:30 stream,
It,
but
it,
yeah, I
it
had
didn't
done a
matter because I was. It didn't matter because I was dead on Saturday evening anyway. So,
yeah, yeah. You were
uh,
saying it was a wee bit warm over there, and a car with no AC, so even warmer.
165 miles with no air conditioning
Volume is
on a
quiet.
32-degree Celsius day. It was gross.
Stinkerton, Canadian Computer Collector is saying, oh, wait, never mind. Okay. All right. Hi. So yeah, Mark ended up being just a big ball of sweat. And I had already streamed and then found out that Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel was streaming. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to, I'll back off so I'm not over streaming him. I totally don't mind. And Mark was like, thank you, because I am a puddle. So yeah, welcome. So what are we doing today? I have no idea. Well, I know what I'm doing. So a while ago, I got a dead, which is still dead, um, ImageWriter II. We think it's a power supply. I'm just waiting for a part to come in. But I also noticed that this board had been recapped. I make myself big for a sec. Because my screen. This board had been recapped, and they didn't. Now this is my job, and this one I don't know why it's so wonky, but it is. Um, but the rest of them were recapped. They didn't take the board out, so they, if I can show it off, they recapped it by soldering the new legs onto the old legs.
Shuffle
Which,
sideways a little bit.
yeah, so
Sideways.
I'm going to go it sideways. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
there. Trying to show it off. Yeah, so
Oh.
I'm just going to recap them. The only one I'm not going to do is this one up here, because it looks good and I've never done that. So I'm going to leave it on. At this point, we know it's a power supply issue. If I need to recap it, I do have the cap for it. But for now, this doesn't look too bad. It's a bodge job, but it looks better. I've never done that, so I'm going to leave it. So let's see who we got in the chat, by the way, while I'm rambling. We got Stinkerton, or Stinks, as Mark likes to call him. Canadian Computer Collector, hello to another Canadian. Hi. And speaking of another Canadian, we got Cass. Let me see. And we got Jesse, I8386SX. So, hey, folks, welcome. Yeah.
Uh,
How is the weather out west? Because I'm here in Toronto and it's warm. It's not hot, but it's, what is the temp, by the way? Let me check my phone. Let me check messages. It is 28 degrees currently, but I have an air conditioner there ish
ha!
that you can't see.
Ha!
It's off screen. Um,
I know.
and it's keeping me nice and cool. And I want to say thank you to the person who donated the money so I could go and purchase that. They had been bugging me all last year, and I was like, it's only hot for like 2 months of the year, so I'll survive. But this year I couldn't. We had a heat wave that got up to like 35 last week.
Ew.
And I'm just like, I can't. I just can't. My cats were like on the floor melting. So I was like, I'm going to, I took the person up on their offer and sweated buckets getting the thing all put in place and getting it all set up. But yeah, I am in Ontario. I am in Toronto, to be precise. So yeah. Let me see what else there, folks saying. Yeah, it's hot AF right now. Yeah, it's not too bad here. It's as I said, it's 28 degrees, but it's not muggy. So I don't know why I'm so big. So it's not as bad. Yeah. Canadians. Oh wow, that doesn't smell. You get used to it after a while. So Mark, because this is mainly Mark's stream, I'm just going to be recapping. So we're going to make Mark big because he's the Apple person. Oh, and by the way, I also, as you noticed, I'm wearing a scrub top because I made those into my computer. But this one still has the fact that I'm a nurse student on the sleeve. I never took it off. I thought it was funny, so I kept it on. And I bought proper gloves so I can recap in. Or I might be asking Mark to bend over in a bit. Yeah, right, exactly.
You may feel some discomfort.
Yeah, just a little bit, especially long distance.
Yeah,
so, Mark, let's make you big. Let's talk about what you did on Saturday. We'll start with that. How about that?
Oh, okay.
That turned you into a big old puddle.
I drove 160 miles in a car with no air conditioning, which was fairly unpleasant. But the aim of driving 160 miles was to collect. Why am I pointing at the screen? This thing down here, which I will be poking later, which is a Power Mac G4 Quicksilver, which cost me the princely sum of £11 on eBay. But it was collect only, which was why it was £11, because nobody wanted to go and fetch it except me. So I drove all the way to Nottingham and back in excruciatingly high temperatures. But I did come back with a Quicksilver.
And did you visit the sheriff?
No, but I went to Sherwood Forest.
Yes, you did. You sent me photos, which is funny.
I sent Trina photos of Sherwood Forest and the Major Oak. Because I went to Sherwood Forest. I'd never been. I got to the age of... I live less than 100 miles away from Sherwood Forest, and I've got to the age of 44 3/4, and I've never been. So I thought, well, I'll just go and see it. And honestly, it's a forest, and it's got a big tree in the middle of it. It's very pleasant. It's quite sort of mixed oak and birch kind of forest. It's not like a pine forest kind of forest. It's sort of quite open and dappled shade and very, very romantic. But yeah, it was very pleasant, apart from the fact it was 32 degrees and I nearly died. Because I walked 2 miles around one of the walking circuits in Sherwood Forest.
Oh, nice.
Which was probably not the smartest thing to do on a day when it was that hot. But it was actually okay most of the time in the forest because it was shaded and there was a cross breeze. It was when you walked out into the sun that it felt like you walked out of the nice dappled shade into the sun. You're like, oh my God! It was hot. Anyway, so yeah, I have a Quicksilver sat behind me, which if I get time, I will test on stream because testing things is good.
Oh, and by the way, I have the gloves ready. So, but according to Stinkertown, we've already talked about this. I cannot use Mark like a Muppet.
No. Please don't. All you need to do is rearrange the window so you're under me and then just put your hand up like that. And
I wish I could. Unfortunately, StreamYard has it that it's stuck
horizontal.
Yeah.
Shucks.
I wish
anyway.
I could. I can
yes.
do... What does that do? Oh, no, that's...
Oh, that works. Oh.
That totally gets rid of me. I'm trying to see what all these other buttons do. Oh!
Hi.
And look at that. Now nobody's...
disappeared.
There we go.
So, the other thing I wanted to do on this stream was, last time I was on one of Trina's streams, which was that like last Friday?
Thursday, Friday, yeah, something like that.
That was Friday night, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, Friday night here. It was Friday afternoon where you are. On Friday afternoon, I had a rather grumpy Macintosh Quadra 650, which was having memory problems and SCSI problems, and I couldn't get my blue SCSI to work with it. I just built to save old England. So I eventually abandoned the effort last week. But I have since had some time to coax it around with a heavy object, and it now works, which is nice to know. The first piece of good news is it wasn't my soldering that was the creak.
Oh, good. Good.
The second piece of good news is that the machine is fine. It does boot and it does run properly. So the machine is in reasonably good health. I think the SADMAC clanging was due to the RAM slots being dirty and corroded. And I've cleaned the RAM and the RAM slots and put the RAM back in. I am going to clean and reinstall the video RAM as well because it's sat in the packet here. The bad news is it was a really dumb problem.
What was the problem?
You see this SCSI cable here? It's
Yeah.
sort of tucked down behind the power cable. It was not plugged in properly.
Love it.
So
Love it.
if you remember, I had the hard drive on here, and I pulled it off when I was having problems with it to get to the memory. And when I pulled the hard drive cage off, it grabbed the SCSI cable and pulled one side of it out the connector. And it was one of those things where I was getting frustrated and I was like getting tunnel vision. I didn't even think to check it. And it turns out the SCSI cable wasn't plugged in properly, which is why it wouldn't work.
That would do it.
But now...
Oh, we got a chime.
And I've got a proper monitor that does sync on green now as well. Because the other one was choking on the video signal somewhat.
After this, did you want to show that laptop I shipped you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I will. I'm just going to prove to the audience that this actually works.
Uh-huh.
It will boot up eventually. It's because it's got 64 meg of RAM in it. It takes forever to
Yeah,
install.
that would do it.
68Ks are notorious for taking a long time if you put actual decent...
Oh, there we go. I can see the screen.
Great screen and a happy Mac. And it
Did it
reboots.
just reboot?
It's part of the 7.6 boot sequence. I don't know why it does
Oh, okay.
that. It's probably reconfiguring.
Oh, and by the way, what is a Muppet in British terms? Because you hear Gordon Ramsay call people Muppets all the time on like Hell's Kitchen.
I think the closest understandable equivalent I can think of is an idiot. It's just a general term for an idiot in British.
There you go.
Parlance.
No,
there we go.
Canadian. Hey.
Mac OS desktop.
Oh well, all we can see really is white. It's kind of.
I can't adjust my webcam. It's if I move it, it'll possibly. Yeah, it just blows the picture out completely. Hooray!
Yeah. Yay! Look at that. It's a white screen.
Well done, Anchor. Your crappy webcam.
You can kind of see it. What we could until it fell down. Hi! Wow.
There you go. It's reconfigured itself a little bit there.
By the way, if anybody wants to complain about motion sickness, go to Millennium Macs, which is a pain in the butt to try to find on YouTube. I can't actually find it.
Yeah, it's probably because I don't have any videos up yet. They probably don't want you to find it. Anyway, yeah, so that is now working, and I can put it back together again once I've cleaned around the video.
Yay! All right.
And the third thing was I received something in the post the other day.
Yeah.
One day.
That took like a month to get there, but ta-da! Look at that.
For those that...
If folks remember, this was from a lot that I busted my back to bring home because I didn't listen to Mark and go grab my cart to take it home. What? You live, you learn. I'm like, it's not going to weigh that much. Oh God, I was so wrong.
Very wrong.
But yeah, that was one of the laptops, and then I tested memory to prove that it would stay turned on, and it did.
And it does. And I put a hard drive in it, and it now runs Windows XP perfectly.
And one thing I did notice when I turned it on here is that it was making some clicking sound, and I couldn't determine because of my noise cancellation on my headset if it was like a hard drive or something stuck in the optical drive. Mark has confirmed that it was the hard drive that's making a ticking sound.
It was very, very dead. I put the hard drive. For those who weren't in the stream about, what was it, 5-6 weeks ago. God, it was ages ago.
Yeah.
I have an M700 already. This is a Compact Armada M700 that's about a 1998, 99-ish era laptop. This was, by the way, this was considered thin and light in 1999.
Yeah.
It's an inch and a bit thick, and it weighs a freaking ton.
Just hold on. I'm just going to turn off my camera for just a quick sec, but I'm still going to be here because I'm just going to get up and grab a laptop while we're talking about that.
So
go ahead. Keep on talking, Mark.
I have another M700, but this one doesn't stay turned on. It cuts out after like 5-6 minutes of running in Windows. And apparently there's an issue with these where the DC to DC converter board that runs the charger and the power circuits for the laptop turns its toes up and won't stay turned on. I think probably bad MOSFET or something in it. But this one stays turned on.
Yeah, because we did a full test of the memory, and she stayed powered up. So yay.
Yeah. And so now I have a working M700. The only sad part is that my hard drive bracket broke when I took out the other laptop. So it's a bit.
Oh no!
I'll swap it with the one that came in yours.
But see, like if you look here, like this is a 2007 MacBook, the black one.
Oh, yeah. I can.
It's about the same thickness as that. It might be a little thinner, but not
it's thinner, I think. I can actually do a direct comparison because I have a 2007 MacBook.
There you go.
So that's a 2007 MacBook. I'll wave at the camera. Oh God, I'm gonna drop everything. Yeah, they're about the same.
They're about the same.
The MacBook's a little bit thinner, maybe about
not by much,
an eighth of an inch.
Though.
But yeah. But the MacBook is substantially lighter, although mine hasn't got battery in, so it's probably
yeah. Guess what?
These is yours.
Same here.
Ta-da!
Although the weird part is, so this boots up into Mac OS 10.6, no problem. And I was trying to use it. I was like, yay, I'll use it to test like some of the SSDs that came out of like 2003 to 2017 MacBook Airs.
I shouldn't have done that.
They wouldn't. None of them would come up. It was so weird. I ended up going with a MacBook from 2010, the white unibody one, and because I have it up for sale and it has a fresh install of 10.13 on it, and at least one of them came up. The other one, I don't know what's wrong with it, but even my adapter that I used wouldn't even light up. So, it's weird.
Does your adapter have external power, or is it USB power?
It's just USB.
How odd.
Yeah, I thought so as well. So anyway, I was glad I had the one nobody's bought it yet. So I'm like, it works. Anyway, I'm going to start working on this. Oh, I'm going to show folks. So today, over on a Discord server that I belong to, I'm going to just share my screen for a sec. Where is it? So I said I'm going to be doing a recap, and somebody said that it seems to be that I'm addicted to recapping. So the next recapping, they suggested this photo that I remake this photo with me holding my soldering gun at kind of at like the same angle. So I got to find a gray tank top because I don't think I have a gray one, but I'm going to totally remake this. Not sure what I'm going to use for a background yet, because obviously that's from possibly a rehab they were doing, but yeah. So I'm going to end up
filthy sheets of fiberboard or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I am going to do some cleaning. I'm going to shut down this Mac and I'm going to do some cleaning.
All right. Let's make ourselves the same size. I'm going to bring my bench cam over because it's not in position yet. And I haven't tested this, so I don't know if it works. And it doesn't work because it's not plugged in. Okay.
Plug it in.
Why would I do things pre-stream, like check, cables?
I spent an hour preparing for this stream, Trainer.
I spent absolutely no time.
2 minutes. Yeah,
I spent
2
absolutely
minutes,
no.
all of which was
There we
turning the
go.
computer on.
So
Okay.
yeah, so the caps I'm going to actually I'm going to make myself big so I can kind of show this off.
Go.
While Mark walks around. So the caps I'm going to replace. I've already done these 4. They're a little wonky, but I'm happier with them. Again, these were all done the same way. So the old ones were cut off, and then the legs of the new ones were soldered onto the legs of the old one. So I'm going to replace this one. I have all the caps here from DigiKey. So we're good to go. So I'm going to do this one. Let me move the board over a bit. This one, and this one. This one's a bit requires some bodging, as you can see, because oops, I don't mean to get the. Can I get this in a better? The light, maybe.
Focus.
This one
Focus.
requires a bit of a focus. Come on, focus.
It's not playing.
Anyway, there's a bodge wire, and I haven't done that. So, I mean, we've tracked it down that there's a power issue with this. I'm just redoing the caps just to make them look a little better. It's my OCD, or as I like to call it, CDO, because I like to put it in alphabetical order.
I thought you were going to say you're going to do it in English and French or something.
Yeah, right. All right, so let's do this one, which is these 2. And the nice part is, if you look at the board, you can see they've put on the board. Let me get something to point with. They put on the board the positive end, so you're not guessing. And that's also something else that I want to double check with these, is that the positives are right way around. You spin me right round, baby.
Like a capacitor, baby. Right.
Yeah. There you go. So it should be those 2. Okay. All right, let's put on my magnifying glasses because I can't see poop without them.
In case you're wondering whether those RAM slots were dirty, yeah, they were filthy.
Okay, so that's those 2. All right, so let's get some. I gotta order some more flux too. So really funny story. I put up a laptop yesterday, totally named it the wrong thing. It's a Dell 3152, I think, or 42, 3142. There we go. Latitude. But I listed it as a 5142.
Oh.
And it wasn't until somebody messaged me off on Facebook going, are you sure it's not a 3142? Because that's what the bottom of it says. And I'm like,
dope.
Dope. So I went and had to quickly, this is my solder sucker. Again, this was a channel donation from Jesse, the I8386SX in the chat. Thank you so much for this. It has saved my patoot from trying to do it. So thank you. Whoa. What the hell did I? Okay, I unsoldered something. I have no idea. I thought it was those 2 pins. I think it's those 2 pins. I'm going to try the other one. But it literally went away. Well, that's kind of interesting. Oh, no, it's just the solder. Okay. Just the solder that went away. I'm like, wait, why did the whole pin disappear? Oh, it's still kind of stuck in there.
Status update, I have not broken it.
Uh-oh. Did I do the wrong 2? Oh, no. Did I do the wrong 2?
Wait, solder them back in again.
Oh, shit balls. I think it's that one. That one. Okay. No, I did the right ones. Okay. Maybe. I don't know which ones I'm doing. It feels like I'm doing the right ones, but maybe I'm doing the wrong one. And now my headset's deciding to fall off my head. This is great. Yay. Oh, I have no idea what.
Now things get really interesting. I have a cord.
There we go. No, I did the right ones. Okay, yay me.
Go Trina.
That's right. Cool, and I can see through the holes. Oh, by the way, I've also picked up a new light for the bench, so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Although that didn't seem to help.
Always helps, I find.
Yeah. All right. Oh shit! I forgot to take note of what that cap was. I think it was. Oh no. I don't know what cap it was. I just put down. Oh, for poopity poop sakes. Is it this one? Oh, shit. I totally forgot to take note. Okay. Well, 3 of these should be the same. So. 10 volt 220. Okay. What are these ones? These are. I totally messed that up. Okay, so the 10 volt 220 is what came out of there. That's a 10 volt 100. Okay. All right, I should have those. Maybe.
It's an official stream now because Carthor's here.
Hey, Carthor. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Phil Coleman. Where's my box of PC screws gone? That's the next question.
If you want, we can go back and restart the stream just for you, Carthor.
Yeah. I'll go through that whole explanation again.
No worries. We'll do that just for you, Carthor. Yes. Okay, Carthor said we have to, so.
Oh.
All right. Hi, I'm Trina of Trina's Technobabble. Hi. Welcome, Carthor, to my stream.
I'm not here right now, but if you'd like to leave a message.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the positive goes towards me.
Oh, behind me. No, that's not it. That's not it.
That's really wide apart. Wow. Those are really wide apart.
I'm complaining about spreading legs again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not going to touch that one.
See all this preparation of Trina, I'm still stuck. So maybe you had a better idea.
What are you trying to do?
I just need a screw to screw my blue scove into its hole. And
listen, I've been saying that for about 4 years now. Oh wait, that's not the screw you're talking about. There we go.
That's
we got
definitely
the
not
new
the gun
cap
screw I was
in.
talking. I need a fastener. Let's say it like that.
There you go.
Fastener.
So yeah, Mark's doing showed that he got his Quadra 650 back up and running.
It's alive.
And I'm just doing the recap of this. So a while ago, somebody had offered up a free ImageWriter II, which I think they had for sale on eBay for a stupid amount of money. Because I remember the posting saying, "Hey, we tried to recap this. It didn't. It's still not turning on." And this one's clearly been recapped. So I think this is the same one. Just reminds me, I should check that. Yep. Okay. Ignore that sitting, but anyway, not much I can do with it. Yeah, so I think I got that one that was being offered on eBay, and they just weren't getting anybody wanting to come pick it up. So
That's not the one I was looking for either.
discard.
Yeah. This is not going to plan.
PC related, by the way. AST. Two popped in a to adapt. Ooh. You found the EI6 config utility. Nice. Very nice, Tinkerton. I'm just reading your post here. I should make a post on Tinker Different about it. But for the CMOS battery, instead of using 3AA battery holder, I went way over engineered. Interesting. What did you do?
Oh, I remember seeing that and thinking different. It was funny. I won't spoil the joke. Or spoil the story, rather.
Oh. Cool. All right. All right. I need to focus on what I'm doing because I'm reading all these chats and I'm not getting anything done.
How about I read the chat and you focus on solving?
Yeah.
So
I also got a bunch of like messages on Discord, so
of course. I'll wait till you're streaming to send you a message.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna message one of the people back. Let me see.
Stinkerton says he used a lithium-ion charger and buck converter to output 4.5 volts, added a Molex power plug to the charge to the lithium-ion battery when the computer is on. That's some engineering.
That is some engineering.
Well done, sir. That's going above and beyond in the name of PC repair.
Hey, Matthew, welcome.
Hi.
All right, so let's get some solder on the go and get this cap finally put in. There we go. One nice little dome. Two nice little. No, that one I'm not happy with yet. Oh no! Stop! Getting stuck. There we go. Two nice little domes. Sweet. Lay that over there. Okay, let's snip those off. So yeah, once I get the part for the power supply, I'm gonna make everybody this. Oh, okay. I don't know what Mark's doing in the background.
Sorry.
That's all right. I was gonna make us all the same size, but then I'm like, oh, he's not even on camera, so.
I'm crashing around in the background.
Yeah, you're okay.
Still trying to find my PC screen, which is.
There we go. All right, that's that one done. Hey, looks a little jank, but yeah, once I get the, okay, so it's this little guy right here, which is right there. Maybe. Okay, right by the chip. Chip's there. Yep, okay. Cool. Hope things are well. Yeah, things are going good here. I wonder if I could join the stream. Yeah, just bear with me 1 second, Matthew. Let me send you a link in my doodle. Takes me 3 seconds to do that. MA.
Aha! I found you.
Sorry, I'm trying to find you. There we go.
Oh, that's the empty one.
That's you.
Go! Right.
There you go. Bing. All right, I just sent you the link in my doodle, Matthew, on the good old, Jesus, Discord. I was about to say Blue Sky. I have no idea why I was about to say Blue Sky, but Blue Sky. Sure. Trina,
That's a thing. It's a social service thing.
Yeah.
Ah. That's the right one, but never mind.
Okay, remind me when I'm done desoldering this. Do not put it in the little pile over here with the rest of the caps. So
You won't know which one it is.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll be like, oh, no, not again.
Okay. So. Now my brain's gone into neutral. This is not good.
Oh no. Whoever joined, just give me a sec. I'm trying to get this stupid pin free. There we go. Maybe. All right. Let's see. Okay, it's probably Matthew. It is Matthew.
I will return shortly.
Hello, hello.
Hello, I just came back from a
welcome.
Comic-Con this weekend.
Oh, very
last
nice.
weekend. And
Nice.
someone was selling mini PCs.
At the Comic-Con.
Can you guess what's on them?
Linux.
Close.
More Linux.
Gaming-centric Linux. Retro gaming Linux.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. What is it?
The answer's Steam OS.
Sorry, what
Yeah.
was it, Matthew?
It was Batocera Linux.
Never heard of it. I am.
Selling it at the con with a bunch of games preloaded on it.
Nice.
I kind of jumped on the chance because I figured, what the hell. I did pay a little too much, though. For this mini PC, though.
Well, yeah, cons are usually a little on the pricey side to start with, so.
This normal computer goes for like $140 on a good day. I paid $350 with controller.
Yeah, that's about probably average price at a con.
On the other
Help
hand,
cover
I
the
decided to
cost of
load
the
it up.
table and stuff.
I have Kodi installed on it as well, so I can watch my videos and stuff.
And by the way, hey Garth, hello, welcome. So this cap is being a pain in the patoot to get this one hole out. So what I've done is I cut the cap off because I got one of the legs out, and I'm gonna because if you look here, where I put the solder wick all over. It was or solder wick
Flux.
the flux. Thank you. Wow, brain. It's a hot mess. So
What are you trying to do?
Desolder it. But it
No,
is
what are you
hot.
What project you're working on today?
Oh, I am recapping a main board from a ImageWriter II.
Never heard of it.
It's
An Apple printer
Yeah. It's
from like
old-
1980 something.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain just kind of went dead for a second.
Late 80s, early 90s, maybe.
Yeah, sort of 88-ish.
Yeah, kind of in that area.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain kind of went dead for a second.
It's all good. This is gonna be a pain. I need my solder wick. I'm gonna try using my solder iron and some solder wick to get that up and out of there. Wick up. By the way, for those that don't know, today is Joe of Joe's Computer Museum's birthday.
Happy birthday, Joe.
So if you want to go wish him a happy birthday, go buy something from jcm-1.com. Or how about this? Buy one of everything from jcm-1.com.
To signify one more year. Buy one of each item.
And actually today, as he pointed out on a Discord, today is exactly halfway between, like halfway in the year. It's today, so he's born exactly halfway between the beginning and the end of the year. So, yeah, happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Even though I don't think he's in the chat, but if you watch the chat later or watch the stream later, happy birthday, Joe. He was busy sending him happy birthday. I'm trying to just get this. Wix. Maybe get some of this solder sucked up to the wick. It is being a pain in the patoot. It's like this big giant ball of metal-y stuff. It's like a hot mess. Whoever did this should be shot. Let me try it from the other side here in a sec. Let's try to see if I can. I can't even get. Oops. Dear person who did this, you deserve to die.
Don't do it again.
Please don't ever do this again.
Put down the soldering iron and step away from the bench.
I gotta see if I can get some heat on that. And all right, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put it against this. I'm gonna put some heat right on it. I gotta find out where it is. I'm gonna use my hemostats. Ta-da! Look, I really am in like Dr. Mode today. I got the scrub tops on.
Nurse, pass me the hemostats.
All right. Except for I'm the nurse, but I'm doing all the like most nurses doing all the work.
Ooh.
Ooh. There's a hot take for you. Who actually does all the work? The nurses. All right. Oh, how am I going to see this? Where are you? You are? All right, I'm going to just try. Wow. The board won't stay up. Literally just, oops, damn. I mean, I have a set of helping hands, but they're not the best.
What you need is a PCB stand.
Yeah, that would
they
be nice.
Sell them on like Temu and places like that. They're like two little things with a spring-loaded.
Yeah, that's what I have, but it's absolute garbage.
Oh. I will get back in my box.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh,
Get it to focus. Look at that. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. But we got it.
but that one's broken.
I hope I didn't. No. Cool. All right, so let's find out what I took out. This, by the way, this is the other end of the leg. Hold on. See if I can get it to focus. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Right?
I've heard of bending the legs over to make them stay in before, but that's going a little too far.
All right, so this is 22 UF. Yeah. Okay. Actually, why don't I bring over another tool? I'll bring over my microscope. Just double check that number. Hey, Jeffix. Hello, hello.
It's Jeffix. Jfix. Jfix.
So I'm just in the process of recapping this. This is the main board from an Apple II, sorry, an ImageWriter II printer. The person who did the recapping before, because the board, especially this connector here, I had a pain. It was a pain to get it off. So it looks like the person that had it before just took the old caps off, but like cut the legs off and then redid caps like this one here to the old, like use the new legs and soldered it onto the old legs just on this side of the board. So my OCD is kicking in and I need to replace them. So that's what I'm doing with this. There's nothing technically, well, the printer doesn't turn on, so there is something, but we've traced it down with the help of Cass, who was here earlier, but had some internet issues, so dropped out. But yeah, so I found out what it was. All right. But yeah, after the last stream, when I replaced these four down here, which kind of looks like a messy job, but you'll never see them, so I'm not too worried. I've also just replaced this one, and finally got the next one cleaned out. Oh, where did I put that? There we go. So we're just going to. I thought I would do some recapping, just for my own peace of mind, which, yeah, that's what it is. All right, so this one needs to be, so I'm just looking at that little cap under my microscope so I can see it says 10 UF. Nope, that's not it. Oh, 22 UF, 10 volt. That's it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we can see that one there. Wow. See if I can move it with my tweezers. There we go. Yeah, it's 22 UF 10 volt. So, and I have right here, if it wants to focus on the bag, turn off my webcam for now, or my microscope. I have a bag of them right here. So I think it was cheaper for me to order 10 of them than it was to get the few that I needed. So, and the nice part about this board, it tells me which way is positive. So there's no guesswork.
This is not a digital equipment computer.
Yeah, it's not one of
we
the.
don't make you guess.
It's not this VAC Station 3100 power supply. Hold on, let me back the camera off. It's not this that I recapped.
You still have
including the Reefa cap.
Uh-huh.
The only two caps I didn't redo were these two here because they rarely go bad. So, but I have done a test of it with Dana on the stream, and guess what? It didn't blow up. It didn't blow up. Even better than it didn't. It didn't blow up.
It works without any smoke and flames.
Yeah.
Okay, so having taken a 5-minute break to change the hard drive carrier on that laptop, I am now going to continue.
You know what I was wondering? Where I put the cap? I put the cap on the board and totally forgot about it.
Yay.
So yeah, just recapping this. today just to get this done. I know it's a power supply issue. We as I said, we have done a stream. I did do a stream with a few amazing people, with two amazing people, not including my usual Mark, but they know their ImageWriter II stuff. So they came on and were able to help me out, and we found out that was a power supply issue. So just waiting for a part to get that done. But in the meantime, I had cut off one of the caps to find out what it was. Well, it's still in the case. So I had to recap it anyway. So I figured, hey, why not do a full and then I didn't notice it when I was doing those before I did those 4, that I should really do all of them. So where the hell did it go? I guess.
Okay.
Oops. Oh no.
You might want to turn my volume down a touch, Trina, or cover your ears. One of the two.
Okay, hang on. Adding Matthew back. All right. Hey, Robert, fix it. Welcome.
Sorry,
I don't know.
My stream got kind of crazy over here because I kept sneezing.
Oh, no worries.
Allergies are awful this year, today.
True.
Oh yeah, is this some kind of vintage Apple printer? Yes, it is. It's hold on. I'm gonna put my soldering iron back before I melt something. By the way, look, my solder wick fell off the the spool of it broke off. Anyway, that's okay. So use it. When was the ImageWriter II? Wow. Okay. Just 1 sec.
I'm thinking 86. I think Trina's just taking a break to.
Sorry, yeah, I had something in the back of my throat and I forgot to unmute myself.
I was about to say, you just go. Trina's just gone to get a drink of water.
Yeah, so the ImageWriter II is a dot matrix printer that was released in late 1985. So it's older than I thought it was. It's older than I thought it was.
Well, it's because it's an ImageWriter 2, but presumably the original ImageWriter came out in like 1979 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, probably.
It's the staple dot matrix for Apple users for years and years, I expect.
But yeah, just to bring you up to date, Jeffix, I got the somebody had put it up locally for free. It won't turn on, blah blah blah. And then I remembered an ad on eBay, just a little previous, that I was like, I'm not paying any money for this thing. And then I think they also got the idea nobody's going to buy it. So anyway, I went and picked it up, but it don't turn on. So, but I was worrying about the caps when I first looked at them, especially that row of 4 that I can show you in a sec here once I get this snipped off. There we go, that's done. So there was this row that I could, this row of 4 that I could see that I was super worried about. So, but then when I got looking at it, what they did is to make life simple, because this connector here is, it's like, felt like it was crazy glued on. It took me quite a bit to pry it off, to get it out, to disconnect it. So I think what they did is they gave up and just cut the caps off, and then just soldered the new legs onto the old legs. So I am just replacing all the caps because, yeah, that's me, and it's my OCD. So, okay, and that's before those. Okay, cool. So I'm just removing one at a time, and I've ordered it from a bunch of caps from DigiKey, and they came in, and I was actually going to do this last Saturday, or the Saturday gone, but things happened. So I also end up doing a spur of the moment stream in the morning.
Cool. Did you
With
fix
Nance.
the grumpy MacBook Air?
Yeah, so the MacBook Air, weird story on that one. So the drive, I couldn't boot into the drive. And then, so I booted it up. It came, so what she had said had happened was she tried to boot it a couple times, it wouldn't boot. And then it just came up with a folder with a question mark. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's one of two things. Either your OS has got corrupted and can't boot, or your hard drive is gobbledygook. Pretty much one of the two. And it was one of those Blade type drives, like the Apple specific M.2 type drives.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I tried booting it live, then the drive cacked out. Like I was booted live, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna copy files over. And then it decided, nope, I'm gonna just disconnect out of the blue. I'm like, oh, that's good. And then like when I tried to boot live again, I press and hold option. The drive wasn't even showing up on the computer, like as an option to boot from. So I took it out, I put it into an adapter doodle, connected it. She had also brought a M2 MacBook Air, which she had been wanting to transfer over to. And I took that and connected it. It stayed connected, so I wasn't sure if it was a motherboard issue. She took the other one back, so I can't confirm. But yeah. So that was the fun of that. But I was able to do use the Apple migration tool, and it copied all the files and programs over and such. So, yay! But now she's having some issues because she doesn't know what she was running to edit PDF files. So we ended up paying for Adobe for a month until she figures it out, because it was a program that was opening in Chrome, but she doesn't know, or Firefox, but she doesn't know what the website was. It's not bookmarked, so I don't know what it was. It's been kind of special since, but anyway, that's me just complaining. But thanks to Kat, who suggested I do the migration tool instead of doing it the old school way, because normal way I would do it is just copy the files over and then drag them onto the computer. But she's like, do the migration tool, and then you'll have all the software and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's what we did. First time I've ever used the migration tool, so kind of cool. Never done that before. So I feel like I owe Kat like half of the money I made on that repair.
We all help you out of the goodness of our heart.
I know. Okay. Where is that cap? That cap's right there. Sorry, I kind of got my head down, so I can't see the chat right now. If anybody's trying to chat to me.
I'm just doing a little thing right now, so.
There we go. Try grabbing the right thing, Trina.
I was like, wait, are we supposed to charge people? I've been doing it wrong all this time.
I know, right?
I know, yeah. I feel just the same. I feel like I should receive compensation payments for telling Trina to take a car with her next time she goes.
Yeah, right.
Stuff up.
Listen, you got your compensation payment of Trina's like pulled back and like sore muscles the next day. Oh my god, I was a hot mess the next day. Why is this not coming out? This is another one that's going to fight me. I can see that now.
Just use a pre-made blank. Blank images.
It's got an email. I'll deal with that later. Why is that one being a pain in the patoot? And that one's nicely coming out. Why are these both not coming out? There we go. Mm. All right, I'm gonna cut it off. See if I can get it from the other side. Okay, so this one here, like here, and this link here. Oops. Nope. All right, let's try attacking it from this side. Wow, oh, my glove got stuck. Yeah. No, I don't want that. Go other way. All right. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I got an email. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, just that. Da. That's just perfect restaurant Windows on a Mac. I never had an Apple product. Oh. Yeah, so I'm waiting for that part to come in and then try to replace it, and because we traced it down to one part using a multimeter. Maybe that did come out. Oh. So we were able to trace it down to one part on the power supply. So what's going on, Mark, on your end? Sorry, I've been kind of head down.
I am currently creating a 1 gigabyte image to put on my Blue SCSI. Now it's working.
Oh, nice.
Woo! So I can copy the contents of the hard drive off this thing.
Nice.
And back the hard drive up. Because the hard drive used to be in my Quadra 840 AV before my Quadra 840 AV died in a terrible accident.
Oh no.
Well, the power supply died in it, which I could have fixed. But when moving the machine from one place to another, it slipped out of my hand and dropped on my foot.
Oh.
Cue a very sore foot and a very, very broken Quadra 840 AV.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what the plastics in those things are like.
Mm-hmm.
For the uninitiated in the chat, the Quadra 840 AV uses a tower case design that was used on the Quadra 800, 840, Power Mac 8100, 8200, and 8500. And the bigger version was used on the 9500 and 9100. 9500?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And anyway, it's constructed entirely out of plastic in the inside. And they're renowned for falling apart because they're made of that plastic from the early 90s that we all love that goes very brittle over time. And, they did workgroup servers as well. In that model as well. They did like the workgroup server 80 and I think the 8550 WGS as well was the same. But the plastic goes really brittle, so the inside structure of the case is horrendously brittle. And let's suffice to say that when it hit the floor, it didn't stay in one piece, and it caused severe structural damage. So it didn't recover, and it was already suffering from multiple problems. So unfortunately, it went the way of the dodo. But I did save the hard drive, which miraculously still works despite being dropped on the floor. But it had all the 68K applications I was using like 20 years ago on it. So it's quite a valuable resource. So I'm trying to back it up to a Blue SCSI image. because I'd
Nice.
like a backup of it. I think I have most of it backed up on CD, but I'd like to get the rest. I'd like to actually get a bootable version of it on Blue SCSI as well. That's finished copying. Hurrah! Eject.
Guess what? I got another cap put on.
Yeah.
Another one that fought me. I just have to solder the pins, and we're good to go. So we're gonna solder these two pins that are kind of blurry, but are right there. Sorry for the blurriness.
Mouse. You're right, Stinkerton. I could do it using initiator mode. I hadn't thought of that. I've never
There you
tried
go.
that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the jet engine noises are obviously that hard drive. I told you it'd be loud. Ah, there it goes round again.
Sorry, I'm just replying to somebody who wants to buy a laptop.
How dare you try and run your business while on stream?
I know, right? It's almost like people think I'm here to sell them things. Crazy. Crazy.
I mean, it's not like your livelihood depends on it or anything.
Yeah, right? Not really. But it'd be nice to get the money, so. Guess what I picked up today, by the way? Oh, that's wonky, but oh well. My cap's in there. Not happy with that one, but it looks better than like
They don't all come out.
that mess of a. Like, I don't know how you're gonna be able to see this. Just my focus.
Nah.
Trying to see if maybe I zoom in. There we go. Look at that. Like, look at the leg on that. Can you see that leg?
Normal for a.
Oh, it's all bent over and resoldered, and
Oh, okay. I couldn't see that bit.
yeah.
Like having the legs wiggly on a is normal for a disc capacitor.
Oh yeah, no. What I'm saying is there's so much, like, if you can see in here. Hold on, let me see if I turn my headset light on. I don't know if that's any better. But yeah, if you look in here, it's all like.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong capacitor.
Yeah, it's right in here. Right in here, it's all jank wired and
Yeah. They've just like used more soldery or
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun one to try to figure out. Should be going up and down.
Oh,
It should be.
what do you mean I can't use drive cell? Oh, device. Unable to locate a suitable SCSI drive. Well, that's
Trying to figure out which one it is. Okay, so that's closest to that thing. So by process of elimination, it should be these two here. Because there's this that goes, those two, because that's closest to that chip here. And then it should be these two because it goes up and down. Yeah, and then there's that one and that one. Oh, that one. Okay. All right, I found it. Process of elimination, but I found it. Hey, Bacchus, welcome.
Bacchus!
What's the mystery PCB with extra solder? It is an ImageWriter II main board. So.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
It's if that wants to focus. Maybe if I hold it long enough. Sometimes my autofocus sucks on this thing. But it won't focus on the lettering for some reason. But yeah, it's the main board out of a ImageWriter 2 that I got for free. It's not working. We have traced it down to it being the power supply, but they did a recap on it, and they did what they could, but they didn't remove the board, obviously, from the ongoing theory is that they didn't remove the board um, from the case before doing it, and I don't blame them. It's a pain in the patoot. So they soldered the new caps onto the old legs. So my OCD is kicking in, and I want to replace them. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to just grab the PSU and explain what's going on with that one. Whoops. My house just fell out. Okay, let me grab the power supply for a sec. Because I got it here. Oh, okay, it's up here. So, this thing is heavy. Hi, folks. So this is the power supply. We were able to trace this, and then also this little, if I can get it in some light, this, we were able to trace this. This is all good. But when we tried to trace to here, like this part, the pins, we're getting nothing. So somewhere between here and here, it's not working. And we found out that it might be this bad boy right here, this TEC thing, EC A051.
That looks like a very beefy voltage regulator to me.
Yeah, that's what I think it is as well. I do have one on order with Ron of Ron's computer videos, and he is going to be shipping it to me soon. And then I got to take this board out, and I'm not taking it out yet but this is heavy because of this part of it, obviously. But we're gonna take the board out, and I'll recap.
That's probably just a linear power supply as well. I don't even think it's switch mode.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably just a whopping great big transformer involved.
Yeah. Oh, it feels like it.
Mains filter circuitry. Given the age of the printer, I would imagine, and the fact that it's a top matrix. Yay!
That's the part I'm waiting for right now is just to get that part and then put that in. But then also we were going to use the board, and then I'm like, well, guys, we can't use the board because I've cut a capacitor off it. So, and that led me down to let's recap the entire board. So here we are. We're going to recap the entire main, well, except for one, because it's a bit jank, and their jank looks good. So, and I've never done it, and I'd rather not F something up. But the main through holes are easy. Oh, easy, I'm going to say, are easy enough to do.
Progress update would have successfully formatted.
Nice.
Please go to the image. I'm just going to drag and drop the entire display onto there because that's how we roll.
But yeah, so that's kind of the plan for now. Anyway, we're gonna see. Yeah, once I get the part in, then let me grab the capacitor. So, oops. The heck was I think I might, no? Oh. There we go. Okay, that's the cap that just came out. And there's still legs in there. Rear part.
Oh boy. That's going to take half an hour. On the basis of that, it's going to take half an hour.
I don't want to think of that.
Time for me to run. All right, have a good one. Also, Stinkerton.
See you later, man. Enjoy your dog hair incident.
Dog hair incident.
Can't stay with the dog to the groomers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see what he said. So.
In order to do this.
All right. Got to take to the dog to the groomers. Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Give me a motor control or something. Yeah. Well, we were able to, Carther, we were able to trace it to that one point, so we're going to try that to start with.
Have a sound plan.
And go from there. But that's going to be its own other stream. So.
So let me guess, this is going to be a multi-part series?
Oh, yeah, this is going to be...
This is what's known as an ongoing saga.
And it's still better than the
There
new
you go.
Star Wars trilogy.
Probably.
People are messaging me.
That's a lot of power. Don't disturb it. We've got to scoop myself backwards here. And see if we can grab hold of this. Hey, muscle. Ah, it's a Mac.
All right, so what is this bad boy that I just took out? Bring over the microscope.
Look at this, isn't it glorious? Smells of air freshener. Oh, okay. You can go underwear back for now. Put some electricity.
Oh, that's the one UF. Okay. There it is. Let's get this into focus. I can see what the heck it is. There it is. 50 volt 1 UF. Cool.
That's not going to work as ABC because Apple things.
Carther, are we friends on any kind of like Blue Sky or anything like that? Just out of curiosity. And because I don't know, I got so many followers, including so many porn bots that are now following me. I have no idea what the heck's going on over on Blue Sky. I got 2 porn bots this morning following me. And I was like, yeah, that's great. I'm gonna follow them back. I need to clean out this mat. No, we aren't. Are you on Blue Sky, Carther? Not asking for your handle, obviously, but are you? Oh, that pin's still in there. Oh, for fudge sakes! I thought I got it cleaned out. The other one came out. See, kids, never assume.
You make an ass out of you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a wireless mouse. That's no go.
There we go. I think it's out. Yep. Okay. Nope, but I can check it out. Okay. Yeah, porn bots are annoying. So Blue Sky is like Twitter, but without the fascist. How do I word that politely? Yeah, that's about polite as it can get. Why aren't you going through?
Okay.
Huh?
Make the right noise. That's a good start.
Well, it looks like it's cleared up, but it's not. Okay. Everyone. Oh.
Oh, there we go. Got a screen, but it's very small.
They both don't. Oh, for fudge sakes.
Yay! It's alive.
These pins are annoying. Okay, so I got one out. That's the second one that I can't get out.
Are you having fun?
No, these ones are being a pain in the patoot.
Darn.
Yeah. Oh well, at least I know when I'm... Alright, I'm going to try to use my tweezers and get it out with the soldering gun. If I can find out where the hell I'm going. It's like playing Operation, but more annoying. There! I finally got it out. Now I just can't get the damn thing off the board. There we go.
Oh, I see. The reason it's confused is because it's confused.
Alright, so positive goes towards that way. Alright, there we go. We finally got the holes cleaned out. Yay. Positive goes which way? That way. Okay, so negative should be facing me. Oh, it's still not cleaned out. Why is that hole still not cleaned out? This one is being a royal pain. Oh, a pin. What the fudge? How is there still a pin in there? Oh.
Oh my god.
Here comes the swearing.
Here comes
I
the
said
swearing,
fudge.
folks.
I said fudge.
That's not what we heard.
Alright, Bacchus. I gotta try sleeping again. Take care. You as well.
See you later, man.
How in the... Oh. Oh, it just came out. Okay. All I had to do was use hemostats on it. Okay. Alright. Third time. Shall we?
Third
My
time
money is on
always.
success.
Third time is always the charm. So,
There we go. There we go. There we go.
You actually got it in there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Now will it stay in there?
well, when you solder it in.
Yeah, let's... Yep.
That's not even the issue. I was wondering if it was going to actually pop out after you soldered it in.
Nope, it won't. It might be a little off the board because the holes are like wonky, like distances apart, but beyond that, it's fine.
What?
There we go. Nope. That looks better. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Okay, there's not much to clip off of these ones. I'm gonna kind of try to cut it a little closer to the board. Okay. One more to go. This one right here. And it's, again, jank as F. That's... Okay, so that's that. That's that.
I'm going to have to get off for a little bit.
All right, have fun. Thanks for joining.
Sorry I wasn't talking yesterday.
No, you're fine.
I'll talk to you later
Seriously,
on
you're
Discord.
good. Sounds good.
See ya.
See ya.
I apologise for the video capture shenanigans. This is the first time I've done.
Oh, hang on. Let me make you big. While I try to...
I'll just get
Nice! Hey, look at that.
got Mac on the stream. It's an added complication. I've only got one mouse and I keep having to move it between machines.
Okay, so that's the one I just... Where did I just do that? Okay, so that's that one. So it should be that, and then that. So it should be those two. Okay.
1920 by 1080 should be 1080p. Allegedly, that's not the same thing.
How do I get cat fur in my flux?
You existed in the same space as a cat.
Two of them, actually, yeah. Oddly enough, though, they're both in the bedroom, so they're not out here? Alright, let's try this last one. I go insane. Uh-oh. The heck is that? That got also uncapped. Alright, I'm gonna try cutting the cap off and do it from this side. I have no idea what that hole's for. Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, that came out.
This might be input. This is very confusing.
Okay, I'll put that over there. That actually came out. Sweet. Okay, all we gotta do is get that one out. Put some flux on it. Sorry, we're not all that talkative today. I'm trying to not swear at this person who did the recap. Because seriously, it is so jank. So jank. Okay. I'd also put some oof on that. Okay. All right, so what did I remove? Bring my webcam back over. Or my webcam. Blah, blah, blah. This thingy. That's a 2210. Yeah. Okay. Alright, what are these ones? Nope, that's not it. 2210, where are you? 2210, there you are. Ta-da, I found the right bag. Oh, I ordered 4 of the other ones then. Interesting. Maybe I had it wrong. Well, where'd you go? Blah, blah, blah. Where'd you go? Okay, where is all of those up? Cool. Okay. I'm also noticing, by the way, I'm going to make myself big for a second, Mark.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just sitting on a black screen.
Yeah. I also noticed, too, like, there's this, for some reason, got desoldered, like this hole right to the left. So I'm going to put some solder on that. I have no idea what it goes to because, like, I'm looking on the other side. I don't see anything. There's nothing there. You see what I'm seeing? So there's nothing on this side of the board. But when I flip it over, that looks like it's got desolder to the left of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might just be a through wire, which means it's got no pin in it.
Or it might be. I see what it is. Okay. I think it's this pin. Oh yeah, no, it is. It's right here.
Yeah, it's just a wire.
Yeah. So I don't need to resolder it then?
Nope. It's probably it'll have enough solder in it. It just doesn't look right. It hasn't got a pin in the middle of it.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned that maybe I desoldered something though. Like the soldering gun got a little awry or something. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Brain overthinking. Yeah. Probably a VA, yeah. No, it's fine. Okay, thanks, Carther. Carther also confirmed that it was fine. Thanks, Carther.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I was reading Carter's comment.
What's that, sorry?
I said I can neither confirm nor deny that I read Carter's comment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I read the comment and thought, maybe that's the case, and then looked at it and then, yeah, it's a fire.
There we go. Look at that. 2 more happy domes.
Oh, yeah.
And this board is done, folks. Again, once I get that power, the part for the power supply, then we can properly do some testing. So, hey.
I am confused.
There we go. Ta-da! Look at that! It looks jank as old poop, but they're on there. It looks a lot better than what the other stuff was, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna clean my tip while I'm at it.
You always
And
clean
turn
the tip.
off. And unplug my desoldering iron. Nice part, by the way, about having AC is that it doesn't get warm at the bench when I'm doing all this soldering / desoldering stuff. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a completely unrelated note, I'm considering testing one of my Black Magic cards on my Mac Mini in an external, because I have an external Thunderbolt dock. I'm going to try putting the Thunderbolt dock on the Mac Mini and putting one of the capture cards in it, seeing if I can stream from my Mac Mini rather than using this PC.
Nice.
Because this PC is frantic overkill and it's so hot. I've got a 12-core Xeon breathing hot air on me from my right hand side, and it's like, ah!
So there we
Every time.
go. They might look a bit wonky, like this one here and this one here, but they've all been recapped. So I'm happy with that.
Good job.
There we go. All except for, again, this one here on the end. Let me just move my camera up a bit. This one here, not the one I wanted to show you.
More
There we
upper.
go.
Yeah.
This one here, that's a bit bodge-tastic, but again, I don't think it's the main board. This is just more me with like, this looks bad. I'm going to recap the whole thing. And I did.
Uh-huh.
So, ta-da! It's all done, and I misplaced a cap. Like, I misplaced a bag that has a cap in it. I don't know where I went to.
I thought this
Anyway.
computer would be great in winter. It'd be the perfect streaming rig because it'd keep my feet warm while I was streaming. Unfortunately, in July, it's not really very helpful.
No.
So using it as a heater, not really constructive this time of year.
You need to get some central air.
I don't own my building. I can't do something.
And you can't put like a window one in, or?
Window units are super uncommon in the UK. I looked around, shopped around to see if I could find a small window unit, and it's really hard to find them here, mostly because we don't have sliding windows in a lot of our houses.
Yeah, that was the problem I had here. I'm going to change, I'm going to go back to normal size. That was the problem I had here is we don't have sliding windows, or just like, it's a top window that rolls out.
Yeah.
I just rolled it out to the max and then duct taped the vent over it.
Yeah. But like portable air conditioners are much more common in this country in terms of like.
Oh, here it is. I found the other cap. There we go. Oh, you can't see because I'm pointing it at the wrong camera. I found the other cap. Ta-da! So these are the leftovers. I don't know why I ordered 4 of one of them. And I only needed 1. I should have just ordered 2, but anyway. It is what it is.
Meanwhile, I have 6 minutes remaining to see if this blue skill is going to poke my quarter 650.
By the way, Carther said, we had a really hot day. For us today, it was 20 degrees Celsius.
Where does he live? The Falkland Islands?
Carther, where do you live, hon?
Approximately. Don't dox yourself.
Yeah. Like, give like a country?
Which country?
Maybe?
Sweden. Northern Sweden. Oh, that explains it.
There you go.
It's not quite so warm up there.
Oh, Carther, I was going to ask you, now that I'm done recapping, I can like focus on more than, capping it. Are you on Discord? I should see if we can. Because Carther's always been like a loyal viewer of mine. Yes. Okay. I'm on Discord. Sweet. I have no idea what my Discord name is, so that's going to be fun to figure that out.
Trina's Technobabble, I believe.
I think so. How do you see your own bloody information?
Bottom left-hand corner, I think.
User settings. There we go. All right. Edit, maybe? Okay. I'm going to chuck it up in the... There we go. So that's me. Oh, you're also in Veronica's Awesome Club. Okay. Just haven't spoken up. Well, you got to say hi over there.
Yeah.
That's where Mark and I are also
Talk
from.
to us. We don't bite, at least on Wednesdays.
Only on Wednesday. So yeah, find me in Veronica's Club and then right-click and message me. Have fun. And add each other as friends.
So...
Oh, and by the way, speaking of that vac station, guess what I'm going to be getting? I'm not going to do it on stream because it's going to be noisy. Because I got to drill out. So I got to drill out these two fans.
Which are helpfully riveted in, I noticed.
They are, yeah. So I'm going to drill out these. I'm going to have to go to the hardware store and get metal drill bits. And drill these two out because Dana has sent me two replacement fans for them. Noctura fans. So, yeah.
Fan technology's moved forward a bit since the late 80s.
Yeah. Except hey, look at that. All right, I'm going to add you as a friend, Carther, over on the Discords. I'm also going to delete my message. Delete comment. There we go. But yeah, I'm not gonna de-drill it or drill out the rivets on a stream because that's gonna be really noisy, and people will get after me for.
Not only is it going to be noisy, but there's going to be bits of metal flying everywhere, and
yeah, so I'll take it outside and do it up.
Do it somewhere where you can dispose of the evidence.
Yeah, there's an outlet that I can access out back, so I'm gonna do that out there. I'm not also having things flipping around.
Yeah, I had to do that too, drilling rivets out of something, I can't remember what it was. I'm going to plug the Quicksilver directly into the screen and see if it's still alive. Because it suddenly stopped outputting video to my capture card, but I don't know why.
Yeah, like I got the power drill. I have oil and I have a metal bit, but it's bigger than what it is because I was using it to drill out dead hard drives. And I read about drilling out dead hard drives, and they're like the best thing you can do is get oil because it helps lubricate the drill going through them. So it doesn't dull out your blade so much. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then Dana's supposed to come over and at some point and help do a recap.
Okay, that's weird.
Lack of.
I'm having screen mode shenanigans. Do something a bit higher.
Boom. Oh, Carther, I sent you a message, a DM on the Discord. So, yep. Okay. Yep, I just saw your reply. We're all good. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that, and then put the one thing I have to do though before I do that, once I drill them out, is so these ones. Let me show you. So these ones, I'm gonna make myself big for a sec while we. Mark, is that a black screen? These ones are 2 pins, and the Nocturas are 3. So I gotta figure out how to convert
Can you just show me the
when,
plug?
when 3 become 2.
Can you wave the thing at me again with the plug on it, Trina? Because I could probably help you.
Just bear with me 1 sec. I got a message back from somebody. Okay.
It's finished! Hooray! Okay, so you need to remember to do the really important thing, which is open that and double click on the system folder. Because if you copy a macOS system from one drive to another, you have to bless the system folder by opening it. Otherwise, it doesn't think it's a system folder.
Sorry, it's just somebody had bought a computer from me earlier today, and they said they were on their way. So it's this connector, just a regular 2-pin connector.
Can you hold it pointing upwards? Yeah, you should be able to remove the power and ground from the Noctuas and pin them into that. It's just a standard Molex fan connector.
Yeah, that's what we figure as well. So that might be another part of this repair stream.
I'm gonna move you all a bit closer. Oh my goodness me, I'm falling over. I'm gonna sit in the back of the quadra so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Shoving it down. What's going on is it doesn't want to shut down. What is it doing?
Okay, yeah. Hey, Thomas. Hello. Quick hello. Well, howdy to you too.
Heck is going on
3
here?
pins. Yeah. That's probably.
Okay. Turn it off because it's confused. And I'm confused as well. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to disconnect that from the back of the SCSI drive. Come on. Let go. I'm going to try to boot from the SCSI without the turbo wine-tastic hard drive attached. Check video cable. It's just
All right. Perfect.
not talking. In your own time.
Oh yeah, I don't need to keep myself big. So we're hoping that it should be a quick, easy swap over to the pins.
Yeah.
Although I'm wondering, I gotta look at the power supply now for that, because I'm wondering if I can actually what I should be doing.
It works. It works. It's
Woohoo!
alive. It's booting the blue SCSI.
Yeah, nice.
But there's one more test that I have to do before we finish.
Oh.
Which could all go terribly wrong.
Hey, listen, it works. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
No, I have to do one more. There's just one more thing.
It's just
I need that thing that goes across the screen with the black chalkboard on it. Says one more thing. ... There's just one more thing.
There's just one more thing. All right, I'm putting on the blue gloves again.
Is this the part of the stream where I have to bend over?
Yeah. No, this is part of the stream where I flip the board over. Although you can't see what I'm doing because I've changed cameras now. Let me just change my settings back to my bench cam. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a toothbrush and some isopropyl alcohol and kind of just give it a quick little clean of my doodle.
Shooby dooby.
Trying to get off some of that goop on the back end of it. Because I don't like when it's sticky and I pick it up and I get stickiness all over my fingers.
Ew.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just
The best.
trying to see where the caps are that are replaced, and then I can kind of get in that area. There we go. All right, that's that one. There's this one. I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to kind of rub all over because it can't hurt to do more. I was trying changing somewhere. I don't know, some battery. Oh, there you go. I blame Mark, by the way, for distracting you, Carther. It's all his fault.
Yeah. I'll take that one on the chin. That's fine. So it works. That's good.
Sweet.
It's bootable. We know that volume is bootable,
go.
and we know the blue SCSI is working. Good.
Nice.
Now we try it on the other SCSI card.
There we go. And that's why I put the gloves back on, so I wouldn't get all that stickiness all over my fingers.
Have an LED.
I never thought of it when I had the other gloves on. So okay, I'm just gonna lean that up there. Let it dry. Blah blah blah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's not happy.
It did this before. Well, I thought it was the memory, but I don't think it is now. I think the SCSI card's causing issues. So, but the first thing I can try is plugging the blue SCSI into some power because it might not have enough and it might be stressed.
Yeah, it might be that as well.
Now I have spent 14 years fighting these goddamn Molex connectors because they're awful. Got it.
The funny part is, I remember when I went to I was working for a brick and mortar store, and I was sent off because a friend of mine, actually I was working with at the time, had come in and said, "Hey, would you mind coming to change my drive out for me for a bigger one?" Because he wasn't a computer tech, and I'm like, "Yeah." So I went, and he lived like 5 minutes away from the store, so my boss was like, "Yeah, have at it, go have fun." And I went over, and it was SATA, and it was the first SATA drive I had ever seen. Hadn't seen a SATA drive before. I was used to Molex because, or the IDE PATA ones. So yeah, I remember calling my boss on my cell phone going, "Help! I've never done this." And he's like,
Which bit goes in where?
Well, it wasn't so much that. It's just I didn't realize there was a notch. Like, they're notched on one side, and then obviously on the connector side, there's that, like, it sticks out a bit. And I didn't realize that. So I was like, oh. Because, yeah, I was coming from the IDE land, and I'm like, oh, this is all new. What do I do? But I was so happy once I figured it out. I was like, oh, that's so easy now. And it made the connection so much, like sometimes trying to get that Molex connector off of like a IDE, optical drive or a hard drive is pain.
The amount of skin I've lost off my knuckles over the years, going like that, and skinning my knuckles on the inside of the case.
Same, totally the same. So yeah.
But it doesn't like that for some reason.
Yes, and if they didn't have, that's correct, Carter. If they didn't have the keys back in the day, although I was pretty good back then, I had it memorized. What side, like, for floppies, like the red cable, like the red on the. Hold on, let me, for fuck's sakes, just grab a ID cable. Haha, look at that. I happen to have one like spitting distance away. But I was good at knowing what side the red side went on for both the floppy and a drive. And they're opposite, actually, so. Yeah,
that's true.
The red facing power, yeah. Although they were, aren't they opposite? I don't know. Anyway, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. And I could be wrong. So. Oh, look what also I bought the other day, by the way. I bought. Ta-da-da-da. So this mat the reason I bought it is because it has a scalpel. And I was like, because I see Steve using it all the time for like corroded traces. So I'm like, oh, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. And they had it at the dollar store for a combo for $4. So I'm like, yeah. And it comes with extra blades.
Okay. So we've established it doesn't work on the other SCSI card, but that's okay. It could work on the internal SCSI.
There you go. Yeah, I just happened to be at the dollar store the other day, and I'm like, as I get more into doing like soldering stuff, which I find so enjoyable, honestly, except for, I might swear at what's been done, but I do overly find it enjoyable. So, and relaxing, honestly.
It's one of those things that's equally, it's quite a lot of effort, but once you get used to doing it, it's actually quite rewarding.
Yep. And now that I had, and also once you get the tools to do things.
Absolutely, yeah. Having the right tools is essential.
Now that I got this solder sucker, which again, thank you once again to Jesse there in the chat, I8386SX. Hey, I'm getting it. That's helped a lot. That's been, because before I had kind of like the manual one, but powered, if that makes any sense. Like you could plug it in. It's the same kind of idea as this. The tip gets hot, but it was still, you had to, yeah, anyway. Manual, but electric. As weird as that might sound. But, yeah. So what do we think? Shut her down for the day?
I think I'm ready to call that there on my side, because I think I've proven that the Quicksilver works. I'm ignoring the video capture shenanigans. The Quadra 650 is now working from the blue SCSI. Hooray. Which means my soldering wasn't jank. The blue SCSI works, and so does the Quadra 650. And we found out what was causing the chime of death. It's the SCSI
It's your internal, yeah.
It's the SCSI, external SCSI card. So it clearly doesn't like that for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to put that back together with this spiffy audio card in it that it had, which is this horrendous beast of a card here.
Jeez. They don't make them like they used to, hey?
No.
Speaking of which, oh shit. So much for this card. I just listed this card. Look at how tiny it is. Like, toothbrush for comparison.
Toothbrush for scale. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a Digi Design Incorporated Audio Media 2 card from 1995. It's quite a late card for a new bus card.
Yeah.
But this is pro audio spec.
Nice.
And that plug there is a digital SP-Diff connector, so it's got digital out on it, which is
nice.
Which for a 68K Mac is like, what the hell?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Do the usual, like, subscribe. Also check out trainustech.com. It has links to all my online presence, including I just updated it with my Amazon wish list. So if you feel like making a channel donation, go check out my wish list. There's not too many. There's only 4 items on it. It's not that many. One's a bit pricey, but that's why it's on my wish list. So yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, by the way, on my at trainustech.com, you can find a link also to my coffee account. If you can afford it, it'd be greatly appreciated. Either get something off the Amazon page or buy me a coffee. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks everybody. Thanks Mark for joining me. It's been fun. If Matthew is still watching, thanks Matthew for joining as well. And on that note, everybody have a great day and we'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.